Thank God for free healthcare, am I right? For those of you who don't understand the joke, we're talking about illness and Canada. They go hand in hand considering how Canadians don't need to pay for visits to the doc like their southern neighbors. Yet because of this, it seems Canadians take advantage of their privilege. In a sense, we've all become hypochondriacs going to the doctor for every little thing simply because we know it won't cost us a dime. And this leads to extremely long wait times in doctor's offices, hospitals. Even booking an appointment to see my doctor takes weeks. It seems there's pros and cons to this whole free healthcare thing. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm your host, Jared Bronstein, and today we'll be exploring the question, what if the coronavirus spread all over Canada? Make sure to subscribe and stick around until the end of this one for some bonus content. Feel free to drop some comments below with other questions you'd like us to answer, but for now, let's roll right into this one. So with the coronavirus spreading all over the world, it was only a matter of time until Canada would have its first confirmed case. A Toronto man who had returned from Wuhan, China. That one case soon turned into two, as the man's wife was the next confirmed case. Then there were 3 cases, with a man living in Vancouver being confirmed to have contracted the illness as well. He too was recently in Wuhan on a business trip. As of now, the man in Vancouver is staying in isolation at home while he recovers, as is the woman from Toronto. The man from Toronto is currently being treated at a hospital but is in stable condition. Now, over the course of the next few days, it is possible more people are confirmed infected. At the time of this recording, Ontario alone has conducted 67 tests for the virus. Thus far, 38 of the cases have come back negative. With that being said, this virus can infect someone and not show symptoms for up to 2 weeks. The Toronto couple were on a flight that returned from Wuhan just over a week ago, meaning several others on that flight could also be ill and aren't showing symptoms yet. This could also mean that those who are infected and don't even know it are spreading the virus across the country. Whether it's in their workplace, at a mall, or just on the streets, it's possible this virus has already spread all over Canada, and it's only a matter of time before that's been confirmed. So what would happen if the virus did spread all over Canada? Well, fear not, because most of us wouldn't even need to be hospitalized. The common misconception of this coronavirus is that it is incredibly deadly and will kill anyone who is unfortunate enough to catch the illness. That is not the case. In fact, as of now, although this coronavirus, which is being referred to as 2019 novel coronavirus or 2019 nCoV, has infected more people, another coronavirus, SARS, actually killed more. Now, you may be confused, and that's because I refer to SARS as another coronavirus. That's because it is. Coronavirus is simply a term used to describe a virus not seen before in humans. SARS is a coronavirus, as is this new virus, which is being referred to as 2019 nCoV. Until it has an official name, like that of SARS, this specific virus will be called 2019 nCoV. And although it is spreading quite rapidly, of the 3 cases in Canada, 2 of them are currently recovering at home. The other man who is in the hospital is in his 50s and stable condition. Clearly, this virus isn't as deadly as initially thought. In fact, Dr. David Williams, Ontario's chief medical officer, said that early evidence makes it apparent that younger healthy people should be able to, I quote, fend it off pretty quickly. Williams went on to say, I quote, young people have a short-lived mild infection, end quote. So the majority of young Canadians who are in overall good health would simply fight off the infection as they would the common cold. Infants, elderly, and those already ill would have a tougher time fighting off this virus, which has already claimed hundreds of lives overseas where it first started. However, with the amount of resources available to us, from hospitals to top medical professionals, I think a good majority of those ill would recover fairly quickly. We also need to consider population. In Canada, the doctor-to-patient ratio would be much smaller compared to that in China. For example, I can't say for sure, but odds are for every 10 patients there would be 1 doctor in Canada, whereas China would probably have 1 doctor per 100 patients. Due to the population size and resources alone, I don't feel the virus would be as deadly in Canada. But how would our government handle the spread? Would Prime Minister Justin Trudeau lock down the country, denying anyone to leave out of fear that they would spread the infection more? It's possible, but again, not very likely. Just because the virus spread across Canada doesn't necessarily mean every single person would be infected. Some would have immune systems strong enough to fight off the virus before it even turned into a full-blown cold or illness. Others wouldn't be so lucky and would stay home until their symptoms got better. The worst cases would need to be hospitalized, but odds are there wouldn't be too many fatalities. Aside from the Canadian resources that we have available, neighboring countries such as the United States would also give us a helping hand. Aside from being allies, their government would be afraid that the virus could spread into their country as well, and out of fear would want to help Canada get healthy immediately. So to summarize, if the coronavirus did spread across Canada, I think we'd be able to handle it, and if it did get out of hand, the United States would step in offering some of their resources as well, simply out of fear that they wouldn't want the virus to affect them, which Canadians wouldn't care about their reasoning for helping us. We'd just be grateful in the first place. Of course, the virus would claim the lives of those already ill or with weakened immune systems, such as infants or the elderly, but any young adult who contracted the virus most likely wouldn't even be hospitalized. So if you're feeling a little ill, hopefully this video puts your mind at ease. Odds are you haven't contracted the virus, and if you have, you're probably going to kick it as you would any other cold. Well, that was a lot of talking, so now I'll hand it over to you guys. Feel free to drop some comments below on what you think would happen if the virus spread across Canada. For now, let's reply to some comments from the video. What if the coronavirus can't be contained? Ryan Best said, "Nice. Che is finally on LBQ, been waiting for this for a minute." Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Che's voice, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know him from Most Amazing Top 10, and if you don't, well, he's a funny guy, so hopefully you enjoy having him explain stuff too. And thanks for welcoming him, I guess, I don't know. Ender Confusion said governments containing the virus, the SCP Foundation, I'ma head out. Can you imagine if this was an SCP? If the SCP Foundation was real and they actually just started this virus, and they were like, well, we can't contain it, so let's just contain all these other monsters. Jay Luna said, how is this a hard question? We die. Well, no, we don't, because as I just said, it's not as deadly as it seems. Like, if the whole world got the virus, majority of us would probably fight it off, and again, the elderly or those that are already sick would probably die, but young adults would be okay, so no, we wouldn't just die. Anyways, guys, gonna wrap this one up. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. If you guys enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up. Of course, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon, and we'll see you in the next one.